Have you seen relief in him especially as he started to hit home runs?
It's similar to, the early part of the season where, as soon as he got a couple hits and got a homer and got another homer, I think you can see Nolan relax a little bit at the plate and start, taking his typical at-bat, which is, ready to hit, but laying off borderline pitches. I think when Nolan gets in a little bit of a funk, he tries to hit himself out of it with swings, and he's, very talented where he can get hits that way, but that's hard. So I think yesterday, a couple hits, the big homers today, I think we're big for Nolan, and my sense is I think there's some good things coming.
And Kyle Freeland, I know that each start he's just trying to work his way back. Today, what were the things that you saw that were good that can carry forward?
There's some things that we worked on pretty intensely in the bullpen, his last bullpen session, that it might not look different to you in his delivery, but there were some things that we felt as though he needed to do as far as hand position, a little bit of his tempo with the amount of, for lack of a better term, the amount of hang time when he brings up his right leg. A little bit of a visual of what he wants the ball to do. I mean, there's a number of things that we worked on and talked about. It was a pretty intensive bullpen, and that's one of the reasons why we took him out. I mean, he threw a lot in between starts, so he was tiring a bit, but at that point, I felt it was time to take him out. But I think the first inning homer, I went down and saw it because it looked like it was a pretty good pitch, but Solano, brought his hands in, got the head to it, and the ball flew out. But I thought overall there were some really, really encouraging signs how he threw the ball.
There's a couple nice plays from Murphy, one on the end, over first base, one on the end of that, from Story. When something like that goes your way, pitcher out there on the mound, I feel like that's what we need.
That's huge. That's a big momentum boost for a pitcher. The confidence sort of creeps in. So that was a great play by Trev, a great play by Murph on the other end, and a good play by Murph. Jumping to get the soft liner for the double play. That was big at that point. So when you look at a win, a lot of times there's plays like that are made. So I still maintain that maybe at times our defense this season has not been to our expectation, but I still think that we're a sound defensive club.
But what was the thing with Solano, because he almost hit a third out there with
this guy, when the Giants brought him to the big leagues, he's just hit. What's he hitting? 330, 340 with a nice on base and a slugging percentage like right at 500. So, we've seen this guy with the Marlins, not swinging the bat like this, but you got to tip your hat to him, man. He's swinging great. So, he seems to be locked in, over this stretch that the Giants have sort of played well. So,
is there more pressure on you? Is there more pressure on like Kyle today because it was bobblehead day for him or anything like that? As a professional?
Probably a better question for him, but I'm going to say no. Just my opinion, but why don't you ask him that question?
Did you ever have a bobblehead day?
As a player, no. In San Diego, yes.
And just winning a series, I know you guys have had a hard time keeping things going.
Sure.
But to see like what Trevor's been doing and to win a series.
Yeah,
Trevor,
these last 5 games against the Giants, he's in pretty good company, right? I think he's homered in the last 5 games against the Giants with Mike Schmidt, and Tracy saw Roger Hornsby play, so Trevor's in pretty good company there with a nice stat. But anytime that's the goal is to win series. It's been a little sporadic. We've won. After the break, the Cincinnati series, we won on the road. A little bit of a tough go there, but that's we got to put that behind us and keep going now. We got to keep playing.
One more real quick. Wade Davis made quick work of his inning.
Yeah.
What did you see critically?
Well, it looked as though And I haven't talked to him, I didn't talk to him after the meeting, but it looked as though his delivery was a little bit upbeat, a little bit more aggressive building, through that initial step, and then picks his leg up and down the mound. It looked a little bit, the tempo looked just a touch quicker to me, with a little bit more aggressiveness.
Had to do with that. Did you have an idea that that might be the case with today's start?
Yeah, I had a feeling, it all depends on, how the game develops over the first few innings. Had a few stressful innings, but for the most part worked pretty well. But the bullpen I had, especially with us going on a 4-man rotation, the bullpen I had was twice as long as my normal bullpens. So that kind of taxed me a little bit. But there after the fifth, I told them to keep an eye on me, and somebody else did.
Do wins mean anything to you, and if so, what does it mean to get through things?
Team wins do, and today was a good one. Offense picked me up after the first inning, and they put a blue spot on there, and they didn't stop. I'm aware that my wins aren't where I'd like them to be, but it's not about personal statistics in this game, especially when you're chasing after playoffs. It's all about team wins.
I remember watching you out there on the field a few days ago on a flat ground session. You were throwing and throwing. Did it ever cross your mind that, wait a minute, I got a game to throw at some point? You were throwing a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of been the case with me over the past couple months. Before I was sent down to AAA, when I was in AAA, and now I'm constantly working on things, and I'm aware that sometimes I might be throwing too much, and you just got to be cautious of it and make sure you're not overworking yourself to where it's going to affect your start.
How close are you to being able to pitch without thinking about the various points and coaching emphasis and where your body is and all that?
We're getting there. It's a work in progress this entire season, really, of really finding out what's wrong, fixing it, and sticking with it, and making sure it feels right to me and it doesn't feel foreign at all. But that's kind of been the case the whole year.
Statistically, 2 of the last 3 starts have been pretty comfortable outings for you. Is that contagious, the way that you've tried to shake that, get back on that winning track too?
Yeah, I'm trying to create as much consistency as possible right now. I had a good start in Washington, and then the Dodgers shelled it, and then came in today trying to rebound, which I was able to do. But trying to make as much consistency as there possibly can be with me right now, and going out every 5 days and giving the team a chance.
Kyle, it always feels like when it starts not going your way, stuff behind you sometimes can be wonky, but you got a great play from Trevor, and then on the other end with Murphy. What's your reaction when something like that goes your way? You get that out there.
It's a ton of momentum. Story with the play he had, the glove that he has is truly incredible. And then Murph, being the athlete that he is, jumping up, getting that ball, and getting the tag down was huge, and that was a big momentum boost for me, and I know the entire team.
All right, since nobody else is going to ask it, pitching on a bobblehead day, what is that like for you?
Thankfully we got the win, and I pitched all right. Would have kind of stunk if things come out sideways, but it's fine.
Well, when you're working on your flat ground session, though, they wanted you maybe not hang on your left leg too much with the right leg. Looks like that thing isn't going to come down. It's going to stay there.
That thing's stuck there forever.
Thanks. Quite to where you feel like you want to be? Does the 2 home runs tonight impact where you believe you are at the plate?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling better. I feel like I took good swings all day. The bats I got out on, I feel like I took some really good swings, and so I was really happy to feel good again and drive the ball out of the ballpark a couple times. I feel like it's been a while since I've done that stuff. It was nice.
You guys have won a series here. I know that it seems like those have been sporadic. What does it feel like to win a series? Does it feel like you're back, or do you feel like it's still going to be there?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of games left, but yeah, it feels good to win a series going into the off day. I feel like lately we have not won a lot of games, so it feels really good to win and beat a good team. So get good pitchers too. They have good pitching over there, so it was really nice to come out with the win. And I feel like 1 through 9, everyone had really good at bats.
Do you said that getting a couple of good into the night probably helped you a little bit relax? Do you feel like that was part of it?
Yeah, I think when you work hard in the cage, you want to see results, and sometimes you don't in this game, which is frustrating. So it's been nice to see that the hard work's paying off. I've been working hard with these coaches, hitting coaches, and Mooney and stuff. So it feels good to see it kind of pay off a little bit today.
What did you find in the cage that has carried this homestand?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I stack on my back leg. I feel like I'm just kind of really rushing forward and try to hit it, and I feel pretty weak. So the last few days I've been trying to really make sure I get on my back leg and stay back there. And it's when you create these habits, it's hard to break. So today was really nice to see it work.
A lot of times, everybody talks about launch angle. A lot of your hits have been line drives lately.
Yeah.
Were you just getting a little bit of an uppercut today?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about it. I know if my body's in the right place, I'll drive the ball out of the ballpark. But, those, like I said, I was creating some bad habits there for a little bit, and it was really nice today to see, like I said, the hard work and pay off. So just trying to backspin the baseball.
For those of us, of course, who've never hit home runs and things, when you get into a slump like that, and you've got the video things to look at, and you're in the batting cage, and what is it that finally kind of comes around for you to see?
I think it's, there's a few things. Obviously, you gotta stay confident. That's one of the harder things in this game to do. And then it's just, like I said, you just create these habits of, because sometimes you'll have success doing it a certain way, and at the end of the day, that's probably not the way to do it. But you just, I guess when things are going bad, you just try to find a way, and you start creating different habits. So it feels good that good things are happening.
This fight?
No, not in particular. Just feeling good right now.
It was a big thing to come up with that home run after Kyle gave off the leadoff home run of the game, and that had to set the tempo a little bit for your team.
Yeah, just try to switch the momentum a little bit. I think we ran with it after that. So we feel like we're a really good team, and we feel like we can battle back from tough spots like that, and that's what we did today.
To win a series, which there have been few and far between lately. I mean, but do you go into an off day and maybe it feels a little bit better being off?
Yeah. It's not as restless of an off day for sure. It feels like that's what we should be doing on a consistent basis, and it's good to kind of get back to that.
You make a whale of a stop, on that throw, you turn around. You probably watched it about 18 times. You're covering your mouth when you let it go. Did you know, I didn't grip that right, or it's gonna sail?
Yeah, I knew. I had a tough time getting a grip on the ball. Kind of got it with all four fingers and threw a changeup really. And Murph made a good play over there, athletic play to finish off the play. So just as good as a play on his part.
You have kind of a record like this one, 5 straight against one team, and you look and you see that it's. What is it? Mike Schmidt and Rogers Hornsby against the Giants, and Andres Galarraga for the Rockies. What does it feel like to have your name beside names like that? That some of them you may have had on baseball cards, and others you may have seen in a book in elementary school.
Yeah, it's it's always humbling being next to those guys. Really good ball players. They got pretty hot, and it's cool to kind of be beside them in that aspect. But it's humbling, like I said, and something I don't really put too much thought into.
As teammates, you root for each other. So when you come out, you hit your 25th homer. All of a sudden, Nolan comes up with 2 to get one behind you. Do you guys have any just fun rivalries there as teams?
No, not really. I mean, we're not blind to it. We see each other, and I think we have tabs on each other for sure. But it's kind of an unsaid thing. We love to push each other and compete against, not against each other, but with each other. And, there's a lot of ball to be played, so I don't think we're locked in just yet.
After the offense picked him up in the bottom of that first inning, Kyle Freeland rebounded pretty well. What did you see from him today?
Yeah, he was, he battled. He, a couple solo home runs, I think it was, and, those don't really hurt you that much. So, he did a good job battling, competing like he does, and made some good pitches for us, and he did a good job.
Are you getting better around here? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think we had a bit of a period where I wasn't doing so great, Nolan wasn't doing so great. It just kind of seemed like we weren't bad. We just kind of we just weren't that good, but all at the same time. And that happens over the course of the season. And the fortunate thing is that maybe it looks like maybe we'll all bust out at the same time.
Really strange. You guys go to Houston, you get to face Zach Greinke again, a guy that, you guys, at least at times you faced him, you run up the pitch count and find ways against him. What is it like to face him again?
I really enjoy facing Zach Greinke because he's a really good competitor and very smart, prepares well, makes good decisions on the mound. It's always going to be a competitive game when we face him, and I enjoy that.